And we are at the finale. What is going to happen? This story has been phenomenal. It is exciting. We are now starting to get the spoilers for different cards and stuff like that. And we're going to talk about the story and what happens here. Once again, it starts off with the Ready, with Pia Nalar, with Chandra, and with Lute going above the sky in Gearport, and they're just trying to figure out what's going on. And then they're also like, what is going on with all this? Like, these soldiers are out, and what is happening here? And they're trying to figure out how to land, and they kind of like crash land. They get there, they land how they're supposed to, and Chandra lands the right way. And then all of a sudden she lands, she hears a voice. She's recognized that voice. You're always showing up last possible second, aren't you? And she realizes it's Jace. What's Jace doing here? Why is Jace here? Why are they fighting against some of these guys? And Vraska fights against one of them and everything. And they're trying to figure out, and what are they doing? Why are they going here? Why is this? And then Jace is like, look, I don't have time to explain what's going on. Just give me loot. And I need you to get out of the way. Just we have loot and everything. They're trying to figure it out. And then there's a dragon, apparently, here. They're figuring out there's this just big giant storm that was an Amonkhet, and this dragon that's flying above, and it's like, okay, what in the world? Why is there a dragon? And then the defense system is trying the city's defense is trying to take it down, and all of this stuff is going on all at the same time. And then Pia comes over, and they're trying to say, like, hey, Jason's like, look, you need to go help that dragon, stop that dragon. And then basically, like, Vraska and Jason's like, look, I told Lute I would take care of him. I need Lute back. Lute's kind of like, and then basically Jason and Chandra are like, Jason's like, I'm not going to fight you, but I'll send people to fight you. And he's got some of the different racers coming in and trying to attack Chandra. But Chandra's like, I've got to be careful. I can't, like, just flame these people because it will hurt them. And I don't want to hurt them because they're under Jason's control. Vraska's there as well, trying to fight against them. And they're telling her it's complicated. They're not giving what the purpose is of their story, why they're doing all of this stuff and everything like that. And trying to figure out, what's going on, what have they done, why are they here helping to fight all of this stuff. And then she realizes that, she's not going to give him loot. She's like, look, if you're willing to hurt people, you don't deserve loot. You don't need to be there. And then Jace again mind controls some of the racers and sends them fighting at him, a bunch of different ones. And then Jace is trying to figure it out. Chandra's trying to figure all out how it goes away. And then, let's see here. I'm just trying to go that. Then we go back to Sita real quick. Spitfire. And everything, trying to find a way, but she realizes she's not handcuffed, she's not locked down, she can get away, and so she sneaks away, gets away, and is going away, and basically takes off. And then she's seeing Chandra fighting, Pia fighting, and realizing that, like, Chandra doesn't want to hurt him. And then Pia is basically at a point where she is in danger of basically being killed. And Sita's like, I gotta do something. And so she does the whole Aether thing, gets up there and basically saves Pia Nalar and Chandra's mom. And then they're like, hey, it's Team Avishkar. So Spitfire, Chandra, they're Team Avishkar with Lute, and all of this stuff. And Team Avishkar's finally in alignment. They're not wanting to hurt the other racers. And then Vin, the camera, and the guy who's just talking about, look at this giant, look, all this chaos, all this stuff is happening, and basically talking about how that there's some funny scenes here. So there's a fight where they're fighting, Far Fortune's coming at Spitfire with like a wrench or an axe or something, and trying to hit her, but then Spitfire hits her and says, we need to name her Gutshot. Haha, famous card in Magic the Gathering. That's what's funny about it. There's a lot of stuff like that. And then Vin knows that there's in trouble. They know that there's a giant dragon running around and seeing people fighting and stuff like that. And then they're going up to look at the dragon. And basically it seems like Vin is basically about to get ate. Vin responds to engine like no other fire, birth inside blazing, and the air goes hazing right, only for a flash of gold to intercede. He was about to get torched by the dragon. With a flash of gold to intercede. Who is it? Nothing but an angel. Who's the angel? It doesn't say. And then Nissa is there, and Nissa's coming out to find, well, but guess who it is? It's Elspeth. Elspeth is taking care of the dragon. Elspeth is an archangel. There is an angel to fight, and then Nissa shows up to help Chandra, and then Jace picking up Loot, basically taking Loot, picking him up, and then he just kind of disappears and goes away, and they're gone. And the Winter is all about trying to get to the finish line. He has a broken leg. His vehicle's down, so he's like, I'm just going to run across the finish line. I'm going to finish on foot. And he's trying to get there, trying to get there. But he hears rumbling, and he's not sure. He knows he's so close. But you know who ends up winning? The champions of Amonkhet. What I called, slow and steady. They had slowly repaired their thing, and the people of Amonkhet won the race. And so they won. They were super excited that they won and everything. But what was also heard is that they basically are talking about, it's not heard, but they heard the screaming and yelling of a door opening and basically Winter being pulled back into what we assume is the house. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to Winter. Are we going to see Winter again? Is he gone for good? I don't know, but he was super disappointed and crying out. And then basically Chandra and Nissa are all trying to, help each other with their pain, because Jay's kind of just this whole mind trick thing and just kind of blinked them all out so he could get away. That's kind of what happened. And he disappeared. And then this is the day where Nissa and Pia, and then they run into Spitfire, or Sita, as she's now a chauffeur for a vehicle, and they get all the way up basically to where they're giving away the, what's it called? The Aetherspark. And so everyone's excited. Zahar, Basri, the rest of Amonkhet take the stage. They're super excited to Amonkhet for now and forever. But then all of a sudden, we at the very end, so they've won. They're excited. But then, in the hearts of Gather, thousands gathers, how it ends. On the cliffs overlooking the steeps of Tarkir, there are only 3. But on the cliffs of Tarkir, it's far quieter. The wind whips through the man's hair, the distant house. Hunting dogs meet his ears, like creatures asleep in his arms. He stirs far from peaceful in that slumber. And the man in blue walks ahead. So Jace, Vraska, and Lu are on Tarkir. There's a thing that was being said. I missed it real quick. So there was a thing being said that they're trying to figure out these storms have been going across the multiverse. I don't know if Elspeth said it or Nissa was talking about it, but basically found out there's these storms going across the multiverse where dragons are showing up where dragons aren't supposed to be. Here, how dragon got an Avishkar, that storm, and Amonkhet brought probably dragons with it. So now this is what's going to bring us into Tarkir. Where is the storm coming from? Who is it? Maybe we're still going to get Nicol Bolas, as I predicted. Maybe he has something to do with these storms somehow, him trying to escape and trying to get out. I don't know. But now we are heading to Tarkir to find out where all these dragons are coming from. That'll be the next set, the next story. We have a little bit of time between that now and that story, but I'm excited about what's going to happen in the story. And wow, this story was good. Hopefully, maybe we can see some kind of cartoon animation thing but on it. But what are your thoughts on the story? Did you enjoy it? Who are you pulling for the most? Who do you think was going to win? This last little bit was all over the place with the fighting and everything. And I would recommend going and reading the story yourself. I summarized stuff. There was a lot of stuff going on. I missed bits and pieces of it because I do that kind of thing when I'm reading and talking. But hopefully you enjoyed this story. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of it. Make sure to keep following as we now move into more talking about different cards coming out and different mechanics and stuff for Aetherdrift. I'm super stoked. This set is amazing. It looks phenomenal, and I cannot wait for you to get your hands on the cards and for you to get your hands on the product and for being able to play, hopefully, at MagicCon with some of you guys, some of these Aetherdrifts, and hopefully getting some new commanders built and stuff like that. Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, we'll see you next time.